Hello everyone, welcome to another Narc Survivor live video. And in this one, I'm going to be talking about something that I talked about in a video around 4 years ago. And this topic is, why does the narcissist hate and envy you? Why do they do it? Why do they hate so much? Why are they so envious? The reason for that is actually quite simple, although it may be something that you haven't thought about. The reason why they hate and envy you is because they can't partake and get the same fulfillment from things that normal people can. That's why they hate, that's why they envy, because they can't get the same fulfillment. And it's kind of like if you're allergic to a certain food or medication, it's like they have an allergy to you. They want to be around you, but they can't digest it. They can't metabolize it because it conflicts with who they are and what they're about. And normally, if you don't like something, if you don't agree with something, maybe it's a television show you don't approve of, or maybe it's a restaurant and you don't like the service there. If you are a normal person, you're probably not going to keep going back to it. But narcissists will. They try to partake and then they realize they can't get fulfillment from it like a normal person. But instead of just leaving it alone, they keep coming back to it. They keep coming back to this thing that they don't like, they don't agree with. They don't approve of it. They say it's bad, they say it's wrong. Then why keep going back to it? Why not just leave it alone? Narcissists will, because they are not right in the head. They're messed up. So they keep coming back to something they say they hate, to something they say they don't like. And they come back just to hate because they're envious of it. They desire to possess what you have. They desire to partake in it, but they already know. They come back and they try to partake. They can't get the same fulfillment from it as other people can. So what's the point? But at the same time, they don't want to leave it alone because they feel like they're missing out on something. Because they're very jealous. They don't want to see anyone else take it. It's like they don't really want you. They just don't want to see someone else have you. That's why they keep holding on. That's why they keep coming back. That's why they keep trying to get your attention. Because they already know that they can't find fulfillment in you. There may be nothing wrong with you, but they can't find fulfillment because there's something wrong with them. And they don't want to see a normal person come into your life and find fulfillment with you because they can't experience that. So they don't want to see someone else have it. When what they really need to do is just leave it alone and let those who can partake and find fulfillment in it. Let them consume it. Let them enjoy it. Because obviously it vibes, it resonates with them. Clearly they like it, so let them consume it. Instead of keep going back to it and it's clearly upsetting you, then just leave it alone. It's as simple as that. But they don't, they keep going back to it. They don't know how or when to stop. And this is really the psychotic part of the disorder. The way they keep going back to something that they cannot find fulfillment in. And, it's a completely different story, of course, with those of you who are watching this. You may develop an addiction, a trauma bond to the narcissist. That's completely different, of course, because you have been lied to, manipulated. You're a victim of their future faking. They've told you all of these lies about how they want a relationship, marriage, children, a future, everything. So of course, that's a completely different story. I'm talking about with the narcissist you. Because I'm pretty sure most of you haven't manipulated them, you haven't future faked them, nothing. They are just coming back to you and it's like you want something and you were led to believe that they want the same thing. But they know they can't partake in that, they can't find fulfillment in it, but they keep coming back to you. They keep coming back. Just the hate on the very thing that you were meant to build together anyway. But they couldn't find fulfillment in that, so you try to build it with someone else. And then they can't leave you alone, they're coming back to hate because they're envious of you. They're very jealous, they're very insecure. They just need to leave it alone and let those who can consume it and find fulfillment in it, let them partake and enjoy it. Because clearly it does vibe with those people. So it's not going to hurt them, it's not going to do them any harm. They can partake and get the nourishment that they need. So the narcissist just needs to let those people do that. Leave them alone. You don't need to hate. Just stay away from it. But of course they're not going to do that. They will keep coming back because of the disorder. It's just the way they're wired. They're going to keep stalking you. They're going to keep monitoring you. That's just what narcissists do. And all you can really do is just protect yourself on social media and in person as well, because these narcs are out there and they're hating because they can't partake, they can't find the same fulfillment. They can't find any nourishment in it. They have an allergic reaction. They keep coming back to things that they say they hate, things they say they don't like. And yeah, that's just the way they are. Normal people, if they don't like something, they will just leave it alone. They're not going to waste their time because they have other things that are more significant in their lives. But this is just what narcissists do. Definition of insanity. They will keep coming back. That's just that. But what you can do is, of course, just not do what they do for a start. Let those who find fulfillment and nourishment, let them partake, let them get what they need, and give your relationship partner or your friends, your family member, give them what they need. It's not going to harm them. They will find nourishment in that. It will fulfill them. And it will fulfill you too, just by doing that. As long as there's an equal exchange, as long as there's reciprocation, there's no harm in that. But narcissists, no. They can't do any of that. They won't do any of that. All they're going to do is hate and plot to take things from you because they envy you. And that's really all they're going to do. Why narcissists hate and envy? Because they're fools. Instead of hating and envying someone, what they really need to do is just use their brains and realize that those same people that they hate and envy, those could be the people that help them, that work with them. If they would just cooperate with them instead of hating. I mean, that's the crazy thing about it, is that they hate on the very people who could help them. They shit on those people. And then things go wrong for them in their lives, and then they wonder why. They wonder why. After you've just treated all of the people who try to help you like crap, what do you expect? What do you expect them to do? You expect them to still be there for you? It doesn't work like that. You need to respect people, and then they will respect you. That's just how it works. That's how it's always been. If you disrespect someone, don't expect them to still respect you. It does not work that way. It has never worked that way. And even if that does work for a short period of time, that just means that you may be dealing with a fool, but fools aren't fools forever. At some point they will wake up and become wiser. And then there's going to be a lot of resentment. They may even desire to take revenge on you. So it's not worth it, and there's really just no point in disrespecting anyone just so you can feel better about yourself for a moment, feel like you're powerful and in control. What is the point in that? Because it's not even real. It's just something you're telling yourself. It's all a lie. But this is what they do. They hate and envy you. They hate and envy the very people who are there for them, take care of them. But you can learn something from their behavior. You can learn to not be like that. You can learn to appreciate those, congratulate those whom you admire, instead of hating on them. Because that's the thing, there's positive and negative aspects to everything in life. But these people, they choose to hate. Whether we see the positive or negative in something, it's usually, not always, but usually just a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. I mean, unless what someone is doing is negative or harmful to us, then of course you can't, you shouldn't see the positive aspects in that. But we're talking about positive things. You were there for them, you try to help them. And yet all they can see is the negative aspects of it, because It's just a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Everything. It really has nothing to do with you at all. You think they don't agree with you, you think they don't like you, but actually, it's all just a reflection of how they feel about themselves. They don't even know you. They never took the time to get to know you. They never sat down and talked to you. They don't even know who you are. You're just a reflection of them. That's all you really are in their world. In the beginning, you were a reflection of their false self. You were everything that they aspired to be. They were hoping to learn from you. They were hoping that your qualities and traits would rub off on them. And then after some time, they began to devalue you, and you became a reflection of everything they hate about themselves. Everything that they disowned, these parts of themselves that they then assigned to you. So there's really no such thing as a separate person in the narcissist world. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter if it's the primary source of supply, the secondary source of supply, the tertiary. It could be a family member, friend, co-worker, whoever they are. They are all just reflections of the narcissist. And they are either a reflection of the false self or a reflection of the true self. It's either one or the other. Like I've said before, the narcissist lives in a world with a population of one. It's just them and no one else. They don't see you as a separate person, they see you as an extension of themselves. So, all they really are doing when they're going about hating and envying, they're just hating on themselves. All of the time. Every day they're just hating on themselves. And they're going to keep hating themselves for the rest of their lives because they're never going to get it. They're never going to self-reflect or look within. They're never going to see themselves, not directly anyway. They can only see themselves through you. And that's why they end up hating you. It really has nothing to do with you at all. They don't even see you as a separate person. Okay. I think I've gone deep enough for one video. I didn't expect it to go so deep, but I hope it was helpful for you. If it was, as always, please give it a thumbs up down below. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Then you will receive the notifications for my future videos. Leave your thoughts down in the comments section. I read the comments every morning. And for one-on-one coaching, you can go to my website. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. You can book a session there. And check out my Instagram as well. There's new pictures and videos every day on Instagram. It's Narc Survivor YouTube on Instagram. All right, thank you all for joining me, and you all have a great day.